Hi, this is One God Ministries, and today we're going to talk about pain and sorrow. Pain and sorrow ended. This is our video 28. So, that is the question people ask today: when will pain and sorrow be ended? And in this video, we will try to answer three basic questions. The first is, why is there pain and sorrow in the world? The second is, how can you have peace right now? The third is, when will pain and sorrow be ended worldwide? That is. So the first question is, why is there pain and sorrow? And we will let the scriptures answer. In John 16, verse 33, Jesus Christ said, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. So Jesus Christ said that in him we will have peace, but in this world we will have trouble. So there will be a contrast. So in 1 John 5, the Apostle John said in verse 19, we know that we are children of God and that the whole world is under the control of the evil one. So that is one of the basic reasons why in this world you will have trouble, as Jesus Christ said. Because the whole world is under the control of the evil one. The evil one referring to the devil. So what part of the world is controlled by the devil? Actually, what the Apostle John was pinpointing was the world system, the governments of this world, the entertainment of this world, all of it is under the control of the evil one. You can say even the technology of this world. In Luke 4, verse 5, we can see an example of how the whole world is under the control of the evil one. As the previous verse said, I quote, the devil led Jesus up to a high place and showed him in an instant all the kingdoms of the world. And he said to him, I will give you all their authority and splendor, for it has been given to me, and I can give it to anyone I want to. Unquote. Jesus Christ never refuted what the devil told him, because he knew the governments of this world in the present time is under the control of the devil. And the devil was enticing Jesus Christ to worship him in order to be given the authority and splendor of the kingdoms of this world. In 2 Corinthians verse 3, the Apostle Paul stated, and even if our gospel is veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing. The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel of the glory of Christ. Unquote. So what the Apostle Paul was referring to in here as the God of this age, he was actually talking about the devil. The same thing that the previous verses have referred, that the devil is in control of this world, of this world system in particular. So another answer why Jesus Christ said that in this world you will have trouble is this. In Ephesians 2, verse 1, the Apostle Paul stated, "As for you, you were dead in your transgressions and sins, in which you used to live when you followed the ways of this world and of the ruler of the kingdom of the air, the Spirit who is now at work in those who are disobedient." Unquote. As the previous verses had stated, that the whole world is under the control of the devil. In here, the Apostle Paul is stating that when you followed the ways of this world, the ruler of the kingdom of the air, he was again referring to the devil as the ruler of the kingdom of the air. Okay, so if you love this world system, if you follow this world system, you are simply following the ruler of the kingdom of the air. In Romans 8, verse 20, the Apostle Paul stated, "For the creation was subjected to frustration, not by its own choice, but by the will of the one who subjected it in hope." Unquote. So the Apostle Paul was stating in here that the whole of creation is at present subject to frustration. In other words, what he was referring to was that the whole of creation is in a fallen state, and this whole world is in a fallen state, actually. That is why it is under the control of the devil. In James 4, verse 4, the Apostle James said, "You adulterous people, don't you know that friendship with the world is hatred toward God? Anyone who chooses to be a friend of the world becomes an enemy of God." Unquote. So, the world system, if you really love the world system of the day, you automatically become an enemy of God. Whether you like it or not, that is the consequence of us living in this fallen world. In John 15, verse 19, Jesus Christ further described this scenario when he said, unquote, I quote, "If you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you." So Jesus Christ was being clear in here that his followers do not really belong to this world system. If they did, this world system would love it as its own. Okay, this is also the reason why perhaps you have heard about the rapture, and in one of my videos I will talk about the rapture. The reason why only a few people will be taken up in the rapture is this: only those belonging to Jesus Christ will be taken up in the rapture. The rest of the world, the people who loves this world system, and this world system is actually someday going to undergo judgment. And this is the reason why the whole world will be subject to the judgment. If you can go to my site, One God Ministries, then try to go to our video. I believe it was video 27, Israel and the Church in History and in Prophecy. Okay, so in there, I describe what other people believe is the rapture and the reason why the rapture will occur with only a few people being saved out of this world or raptured, and as Jesus Christ said, it would be the same as it was in the days of Noah. And in that video, I described why in the days of Noah, only 8 people out of several millions living in the world were saved. And this is also the reason why the majority of people in the world are not really going to be saved. They will go into judgment together with this world system. So now, for those of you who are suffering sorrow, uh, let's look at how the Bible tells us how you can have peace right now. In John 16, verse 33, Jesus Christ said, I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, as we have earlier said. In verse 27, chapter 14 of John, Jesus Christ said, Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. You heard me say, I am going away, and I am coming back to you. So true peace really comes from Jesus Christ and not from the world. In this world, even though you may have billions of dollars, you will really not have peace. You may be the president of a certain government, neither will you have peace. In Isaiah 26, verse 3, it is stated, You will keep in perfect peace him whose mind is steadfast, because it trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord is the rock eternal. So again, another prophet in the Bible tells us that perfect peace is only found in the Lord. And it is the Lord who only is the one who will give you perfect peace. In Philippians 4, verse 6, the Apostle Paul states, Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. So the Apostle Paul advises us that if you have problems, if you are anxious and you worry a lot about anything, and if you want to have peace right now, then present your request to God. That is, pray to God. In prayer and petition, talk to God. And the peace of God, the Apostle Paul states, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts. So, brothers and sisters, if you want to feel that peace of God, then present your request to God. Pray to Jesus with thanksgiving. Present your prayer and petition to Him so that you may feel that peace of God which transcends all understanding. So the third question we would like to answer, okay, it's this. And this is the answer. It is found in 2 Peter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come like a thief. The heavens will disappear with a roar, the elements will be destroyed by fire, and the earth and everything in it will be laid bare. Since everything will be destroyed in this way, what kind of people ought you to be? You ought to live holy and godly lives as you look forward for the day of God and speed its coming. So the Apostle Peter states that this world someday will be destroyed by God. As we have earlier stated, it will be judged by God. So when will pain and sorrow be ended? The Apostle Peter states that they will bring about the destruction of the heavens by fire, and the elements will melt in the heat. But in keeping with this promise, we are looking forward to a new heaven and a new earth, the home of righteousness. So then, dear friends, since you are looking forward to this, make every effort to be found spotless, blameless, and at peace with Him. So what the Apostle Peter was saying is this present world system will someday be judged and destroyed by the Lord. This world system, which is under the control of the evil one, the devil, is soon going to be destroyed. And in place of this, there will be a new heaven and a new earth, this time in the control of God. It will be the home of righteousness. And in that new heaven and that new earth, sorrow and pain will be ended. So we should be looking forward to this new heaven and this new earth. The prophet Isaiah stated what this new heaven and new earth will be in Isaiah 65 verse 17. Behold, I will create new heavens and a new earth. The former things will not be remembered, nor will they come to mind. But be glad and rejoice forever in what I will create, for I will create Jerusalem to be a delight and its people a joy. I will rejoice over Jerusalem and take delight in my people. The sound of weeping and crying will be heard in it no more. Never again will there be an infant who lives but a few days, or an old man who does not live out his years. He who dies at 100 will be thought as a mere youth. He who fails to reach 100 will be considered cursed. In verse 21, they will build houses and dwell in them. They will plant vineyards and eat their fruits. No longer will they build houses and others live in them, or plant and others eat. For as the days of the tree, so will be the days of my people. My chosen ones will long enjoy the works of their hands. So there will be no more futility, no more pain, no more sorrow in that world which is to come. The prophet Isaiah even mentions these things. They will not toil in vain or bear children doomed to misfortune. They will be a people blessed by the Lord. Before they call, the Lord will answer while they are still speaking. The wolf and the lamb will feed together, and the lion will eat straw like the ox. But thus will be the serpent's food. They will neither harm nor destroy in all my holy mountain, says the Lord. So even the nature of animals will be changed in that new heavens and that new earth. The wolf will no longer be a carnivore, but he will feed together with the lamb. And even the lion will not anymore eat meat. It will be a vegetarian like the ox. Okay, so we look forward to that day. Okay, so with this, I hope I have clarified when will pain and sorrow be ended. It will be in the new heavens and in the new earth. I hope this video has clarified a lot of things, and I thank you for watching. So this is One God Ministries, and if you want to tune in and watch our other videos, go to my YouTube channel, simply type One God Ministries, and it will give you the site. Okay, thank you. Until next time, this is One God Ministries.